Hey, beautiful people out there in the universe. Hope all is well. So, I've been trying to upload my videos for the longest. Both of my phones are acting up, so I'm just trying this new app here that's allowing me to go live. I tried to go live on YouTube the other day, but then I'm still getting used to being tech savvy. I realized like you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and then also it said something about waiting for 24 hours to be activated. So being that it was my first time trying to go live ever since I had YouTube, I guess that was my first experience of seeing that. So I just wanted to get on here because it's been a long journey from when I very first started YouTube. It started out kind of slow, and I hear a lot of people talking about how their journey has been on YouTube. And for a while, I was going back and forth, deciding whether or not if I was going to just delete it or hold on to it and keep uploading, because a lot of people wasn't viewing my stuff. And so I was just trying to figure out, okay, am I not creating great content, or whatever the case may be. But I guess I'm still trying to figure that out, how to create great content and bring in viewers. But part of me also feel like whomever find me is meant to find me. So along the journey, when I first started out on YouTube, I started out with my divination tools, esoteric, and just doing tarot and stuff like that. But now things have changed and shifted. A few people have unfollowed me, but that's fine, because we all evolve. We all get to different frequencies and different levels of our journey, which eventually everybody within each frequency that we've been on have either stayed with us or have left and been in the same frequency that we have evolved from, and that's understood. So along this journey of me being here on YouTube, I have been pushing a lot of my gifts out there. And so I'm not just gifted in the tarot, I'm gifted as in being a scribe, and also dance. I love dance. I love to write. I love poetry. So in the midst of me going through different stages of my life and having to go through the dark nights of the soul, and experiencing different things and going through different things within my life itself, I learned that it's okay to just be true to yourself, and don't add on anything extra if that's not a part of you, and just be who you are, and your tribe will find you. And so that's what I've been kind of just sticking to, vibrating to, because I'm not gonna lie and say this journey is easy, because it's not. And also trying to find people that are like-minded like you, and who are introverted but learning to step out of their comfort zone and out of their shyness like myself. And so me just stepping out of my comfort zone, that have allowed me to really embrace a lot of things that I have been gifted with. And so for many years, although tarot was a part of my journey, and it still is a part of me, I've been really embracing my gift of writing. And for 8 years, I've been working on this book, this poetry book, and I've been working on it. And I was just deciding, let me go back. For a while, I was kind of stuck, and I was in a stagnant energy of deciding whether or not I was really going to publish this book, or just keep writing, just keep adding until maybe my children got in their 20s. But then the more I started to heal, the more I started to evolve, I realized, like, what am I waiting for? Time waits for no one. Time waits for no one, and we waste a lot of time being within our mental state. You know, we waste a lot of time in overthinking and overanalyzing things and questioning our gifts and our talents, and you know, whether or not we should put them out into the world. But the truth is, sure, why not? You know, because the people that are in your tribe is going to love what you do. And you know, the people that aren't in your tribe, they're not. And that's okay. That's understood. That's understood, and that's understood. You know, so we just have to learn and grow to embrace ourselves and who we are within our authenticity. So along this journey, along my spiritual journey, and along my healing journey, I just kept writing. I kept editing and editing and editing a lot of drafts. And so one day I was on YouTube because I follow Infinite Waters a lot. I love him. He cracks me up. And also a few other people that really inspired me. And I'm just like, okay. So one day I was watching Infinite Waters, and about the title was How to Create Passive Income, and one of them were you know, write a book. And I was already on a journey of writing a book, but it was like me just fighting with myself, trying to, you know, really play that tug of war with myself, whether or not, okay, fear, having anxiety, whether or not, you know, a lot of people are going to accept what it is that you're perfusing out into the universe. Like, what are you sharing with this, with, you know, the people out here? But, you know, he shared some perspective, and I was just like, okay. And then a couple other people within my tribe was, you know, encouraging me, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it. So as soon as I had gained the, you know, finances to go ahead and publish it, you know, I decided to do it. And so the poetry book is called The Deep Soul of AAC. Poetry is the art of a deep lover. And so I had finally published it, but I was going back and forth on what platforms or, you know, what websites or bookstores, you know, I should, you know, sell it. And so, you know, Spirit was just speaking to me, and it just took me back. It gave me like a Akashic record of taking me back, way back. And, you know, before they had these bookstores, you know, they did barters. You know, everybody had their services, everybody had their gifts, and everybody created things. And like me, so I'm a Life Path 6. And so I love handmade things. I make handmade jewelry. I make a lot of handmade things. And I love it. So I had created an Etsy shop like a while back. But then something happened with my finances where it got off track, and so the shop closed up, and then I couldn't get back into it, and it got locked up. So I just redid the whole Etsy shop. And so I started remaking my jewelry, my bracelets, and my wire wrap stones, which I haven't uploaded any on there, but I will be. And so I decided to say to myself, well, for the first trial, you know, me first publishing my book and me being a newbie at publishing my first book and being an author, is I've wrote many stories that I have not ever published. So this is my very first book that I published that I have written. And so I decided, okay, I'm just gonna share it in my Etsy. I'm gonna sell it in my Etsy, and you'll see where it go. And we all have to start somewhere. And I know a lot of people may be like, well, why would you want to sell? Why not? I created it. Let's see where it goes. You know, a lot of times we be in such a fear, you know, such a fear in that state of mind, you know, that leaves us stagnant or stuck. You know, if you stay back and you stay stagnant, you stay stuck, you won't, you know, make any moves forward. So I decided to step on the other side of fear, you know, and see where it goes. Because, you know, without success, you know, first, before success, there comes failure. So you can never be afraid of being a failure, because anytime you fail at something, you get yourself back up and dust yourself off and try again. So and I'm a firm believer of that. You know, when things fall apart, you just put it back together, recreate that algorithm, and, you know, move forward. Just keep creating, and keep, you know, going on the other side of fear, which helps you get yourself going. You know, that confidence, being courageous and being brave, and realizing you got this, and the right people will come along. You know, and we all have gifts and we all have talents. You know, so if we all got together and really help each other, like, I see a lot of that going on, but then I also see a lot of people, you know, holding things close to themselves because they're stingy. But there's so many things out there for everybody. You know, there's so much money, there's so much opportunities out there for everybody. It'll be easier if everybody just help each other, you know, because everybody is gifted with something that can help somebody else evolve. So that is how I feel about it. That is my opinion, and that is my perspective. And to each his own. But I stand firm on that belief. And so, yes, so I decided. Now, I was going in between deciding whether or not I was going to first sell hard covers, because this is my very first one. This is a hard cover, but all the other ones are paperbacks. And so I love green. Green is my favorite color, and it just reminds me of Gaia, because Gaia is like a blessing to us, which holds us together, which keeps us vibrated. But it's all about acceptance, and it's all about respect and reciprocity as well. So we must take care of her. But yes, and I love nature. And I love the mysticism and the intuition and the wisdom it gives us, because it keeps us in peace. It keeps us together. Even when we fall, even when we break into pieces, we get back up and we get ourselves together again. So going in nature is a blessing. It's a healing. It just gives us the rejuvenation of the essence that carries us before we fall apart, and then we pick ourselves back and put ourselves together. So if you love poetry and you love to read, because I love poetry and I also love to read, my poetry book will be sold in my Etsy shop, and the link, I will add the link, because I'm going to connect this video. This is my first time using Mobcam, so bear with me. So however it comes out, the link will be in a subscription box below, connected to my YouTube. Okay, so, and then all my other platforms will be, I just created a Patreon, which I will be uploading the audio versions or the voiceovers of each poem within this book, and that tier will be within that platform for you all to join and or purchase. But I have 3 tiers on Patreon. The first one will be like tarot. The second will be the audio versions of each poem within this book, including extra written poems that I have wrote and that I am writing. And then the third tier would be consist of it's called the authentic realm. So it'll be consist of things that is a part of life that is authentic, raw, guaranteed profanity, because I do use that a lot, which is the way I express myself. But no, judgment free zone. And so you all are welcome to come over and join. And yeah, so I thank you all for whomever tuned in, whoever will view this video whenever it's meant for you to tune in and view this video. So I wish nothing for everybody but peace, purpose, prosperity, love, evolution.